This meeting is being recorded.
What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're gonna be looking at small blind RFI at Chippy. So I would limp here.
I agree.
I like limping.
I pure limp this.
You could raise this or limp this. I raised this a pretty good bit.
I lean towards raising as well.
Oh, okay. Why do you guys
Yeah.
raise?
I only raised this
So-
like 20%.
So when I'm constructing a small blind range, I want hands in my raising range that have very dominant representation on low boards, medium boards, and high boards. So these strong suited connector type hands, just, there's not better hands for low boards really, right?
Wrong.
Okay,
So what's a better type of hand for like a 3, 4, 5 board?
what's
you're
the
talking
difference
like-
here with like, say you had 10-3 suited, you would limp?
Yeah,
Bad
yeah,
limp fold.
yeah, I
3-4
do.
suited, you wanna raise connectivity?
So connectivity and every hand that folds is better than yours. And there's just a lot of boards that are good. I think calling's fine too. I probably raise it like 70% of the time and call 30.
It
See,
mixes
that's-
for sure.
this
it
is
definitely
why we're
mixes.
looking at this today, because I would limp here pure.
Yeah,
They-
it's
they
good to look at
raise?
for sure.
Ah,
It's a dead split.
okay,
But okay, so,
but we see,
so,
okay, yeah.
yeah. I was
We're
gonna say,
all
like,
right.
look at the behavior here, right? You see a clustering around these strong represented low board type hands, these suited connecting types. Then you move kind of up and it's a clustering around like the 10 jacks, the 9 jacks, the 10 nines. And then obviously there's a clustering around the top end.
Okay. So suited fours.
I mean, this is also 40 big blinds deep. Like the strategy changes drastically based on how deep you are. Like if we're 100
Well,
big
yeah.
blinds deep, it's a pure limp.
At
Yeah,
25
you're-
big blind, what would you do with it?
You're gonna get blown off your equity a lot because they're gonna be jamming a lot. I think I
Or-
play a much heavier limp call strategy.
You limp?
Yeah,
what do
I
we get?
agree. With this hand? Oh no.
This is an okay raise. You got a good blocker, like,
You call off?
nah, that's a good question. I don't know the answer
This
to that.
might mix jamming.
I was gonna say, is
The
it
jam-
just an open jam?
It's a pure jam at 20, so.
Yeah, I would
think-
rip here.
I think it's
Yeah. I
too
think
deep to
it's-
rip.
We rip
It's
all-
I think it's
I-
gonna mix raise, call, and jam. I think it does all three.
I think we rip all the offsuit biases and like,
Not all of them.
The
This
limp-
is
No, we're too deep. I
definitely
think
I'm
it's
not
gonna be
gonna
like,
rip this.
I think it's gonna be like ace 8 plus offsuit.
I'm
Right,
not ripping this.
okay,
so it's a little deep. It's a little deep, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
there,
it
I
does all
mean,
three.
you do have some of the behavior here, right? There is some of it starting to creep in, some of the jamming.
Yep. At 20, all of those are rips.
Yeah.
I thought I was the sliver man.
okay.
This is gonna be one of
80.
those mixing. Oh,
I think
actually.
it's mostly a call at 80. I think if we're
see, I
shallower, I lean towards raising.
don't know this range.
At
We only
GTO,
raise
this
about-
is a
We only
limp
raise
call.
it 20%
This-
of our range here, I think.
We raise a suited one, right?
I think we raised the suited
Oh, This
one.
gets in there.
I don't-
This
I
one
I'm
think
may-
we're
pretty sure
only
we're not
raising-
raising a suited one. This is a limp call both sides.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when you as you get this deep, like you start limping a ton. Like you're probably limping like 70 to 80% of hands here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess you just see, yeah, okay, you see less raising.
95%. Yeah.
Yeah. You just
So
see less raising.
the deeper you get, the more you just have a pure limp strategy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe a limp folds. I don't know if this is the hand class that we wanna be jamming with.
yeah, I'm limp fold.
No, I don't like jam. I think I lean towards raising.
Raising?
I think
do
raise
you- what do
or
you-
call.
What do you think, Louis? I wanna hear your thoughts on this one. I mean, my
Sure.
default is I'm limp calling this.
These
Or
are
limp
pure
folding.
limps.
I'm
Yeah,
limp.
pure-
What do you mean
pure-
calling? We're limp folding here.
Yeah, I wanna limp.
I
fold.
mean, I'm saying like, okay, if he raises to like a not all in sizing, like a 2 or 3, I'd probably just limp fold.
I'm
I don't
still-
know.
I raised like 50-60%.
Pure
Not too
limp.
much.
These charts are different from the poker coaching charts, because I know 2s, 3s and 4s are pure limps at 15.
Yeah, the poker coaching charts are like simplified, I feel like.
Depends
Implementable.
which. Poker
I'm sorry, I
coaching,
missed that,
lot of stuff.
I missed
was
that
pure limp.
response. What? It was a pure
80%
limp?
limp.
70% limp, 30% raise. This is just a call, same, 70 bigs.
Yeah, I like calling here.
Probably raise a sliver, but
Slivers, yep.
Jack 6 off.
I like to raise this one some, so the ones that can straighten out, I do more calling.
just
these
fold
more
this.
raising.
Rule
This
number
is
one.
trash.
No, we can't fold. We want to
It's gotta be a
limp.
pure call, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is trash. I don't think we're raising this. It's too trashy.
Like a limp here. Roberto, this is called this is Preflop Academy.
Not gonna jam this.
Pure call.
I
Your
was
call.
thinking about jamming, but yeah,
That's the 4s and 5s.
because if we jam here, we get better kings to fold.
I don't hate the jam.
It's a pretty close response. It's not crazy.
I lean towards raising this.
I would limp.
I'm limping.
I think I limp this too.
I think we raised like 8-7, 8-6.
I think it's like queen
I
4.
I
jack
think it's the
4.
reverse. I'd rather limp 8-6 suited and raise like 8-3, 8-4. Just this trashy suited 8, 9, 10 stuff starts to raise, I think.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, they
Suited
raise,
fours.
yeah.
Suited
Suited
fours.
4s raise.
yeah,
guys
these
got a block
trashy 8,
there.
9, 10s
Where
just.
are they in ours? I think we're 40.
Like, why is the 7-4 the only one that doesn't raise? That's ridiculous, right?
I wouldn't read too much into that. I wouldn't read too much into
Because you
that,
can't-
Chris.
Yeah.
No,
I don't. I play all those suited 4s as raises. so.
Our charts are
but-
like jack 4 down to 5-4 suited, mix pretty hard.
When I say I wouldn't read too much
And
into it,
H4.
I think some of it is just balancing combos and it deals with what the other range is doing with its raises.
Yep.
Like,
I try to simplify everything so it's easier to remember.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
see,
simple-
offsuit 7 here, I would raise.
I like
I
raising
think you
this.
can raise or jam
Just
some
jamming.
percentage of the time.
I'm doing a lot of
No.
raising here.
Mostly.
King 6 is the one.
Ace, queen.
No, that's another one I don't get. Why?
Pure limp.
At 40, those raise a bunch.
I like limping here.
Limping?
I do
Yeah.
like limping here with the suited ones.
Yeah, mix. Mix.
So you could
Oh.
probably, I mean, okay, we're deep, so you're just be limping this a lot.
Yep.
Probably not gonna be see much raising from this region of hands.
I think it's a pure limp.
No, it'll raise a hair. But I'm always limp.
Raising, huh?
No, I said it'll raise a hair, but it's. pure
Oh,
limp.
okay, okay.
We should do
Rip it.
some post flop stuff too, because that's still hard to navigate with ranges so wide.
Oh yeah, we
I
will.
like I think I like jamming this one.
No, it's not Roberto.
Queen 9-0.
I think I like raise
13.
folding.
I'm ripping.
But it's, yeah, down to queen eight's a rip, so yeah.
It's close.
I would raise.
I'm
four.
ripping.
100%.
think- I think it's
100%.
okay, yeah.
100%. I don't even know your charts and I'm getting them right.
Fold.
Yeah,
Your-
fold.
Your charts aren't that much different.
So, does it ever raise some of these combos?
No, I think
No,
you're
it's
limp.
absolute trash. No, it just folds.
Fold it.
What's the
Yeah,
stack?
okay.
That's right, offsuit fours.
Yeah, it's kind of where that line's being drawn. Queen seven off. I think we're a smidge too deep to be jamming. Probably,
Yeah, yucky one.
maybe a limp.
Limp
It's too
or
good to
raise, I think
fold.
either one's
I
fine.
don't mind raising like 2.7.
Cause at 12, this, I don't jam the
I-
12. Queen eight's my
Limp
bottom. so
70%, raise 30%.
I buy that.
No raises at all. Limp only.
Yeah,
Good raise, Tom. It's a lot of-
mostly limp. Mostly limp. Ooh, 50-50 almost. I don't do that.
Limp.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can limp
limp.
this. I think these little pairs at this stack that probably limp.
And then what do you do versus a raise?
We call or
Call.
you jam?
I
Yeah, you
jam.
flip call.
100% jam.
I think they limp call. They might limp jam. It'd be fun to look at.
I jam.
I don't know the
Okay.
100%
Yeah,
solution.
I'd like to know that too, cause I'm kind of a sixes guy there. I'll jam
Well,
the
we can look at our
sixes.
charts. What do we got? 40 bigs here? Let's see. 40
Yeah,
bigs,
take a
small
look. Just take a
blind.
look.
Louis, just
versus
open another window and
raise.
you can see it. Or you could look at these charts too.
Versus big blind. It calls sixes, twos, threes jam, sixes, sevens, eights and nines.
Yeah. That's what
Oh, it's jamming here, so. These are a bit different.
I would jam sixes over the raise.
Ripping all
I
pair.
would, I would jam all these garbage pairs. Cause you're probably ahead and, you're just flipping with everything post flop. You get so many folds.
Yeah, I mean, I live with the intention of jamming on raises, so. Yeah.
I do the same.
Jeez.
Fold.
Yeah, this is trash. Fold.
It is, right?
I'm not in there with jack two either. 10-3, jack three, that shit. I don't, 10-4. I'm not in there with that crap. What do you think, LP? Did you play them?
I try to stay away from a lot of offsuit four, threes, twos.
Yeah, it's just shit.
I know that ace, king, queen, I need to do something with it.
Yeah.
Maybe jacks too. Then I stay away from it, honestly. Like this is like very close to zero EV, right?
Yeah, I'm not playing that.
Jam.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the blob. It's not, I think it's gonna be like razor thin either way.
yeah, I think the EV is the same probably, right?
Yeah, EVs are closer.
Oops.
I think this
I'll
is
just
a,
rip.
it's a smidge too, you're a smidge too deep and this is a smidge too bad to be
Yep.
ripping.
Yep, exactly right.
I think it's gonna rip some, mostly call, some raise.
I'll
See, I
rip
think
it.
the line's gonna be like
Five,
at
six.
queen seven off.
Mostly
where
in
it feels like
limp,
it's start
yeah.
ripping.
Almost
a limp.
always.
See, not even queen seven. It's like the kings are getting in there.
15's too deep. It doesn't start doing the queens till 12. 12 and a half on here, whatever Preflop Academy does. How do you guys randomize at that point at a live table?
You can look
How
at
do
your
you
garage.
Always
look at
take
the,
aggressive
shot-
action.
You look at the shot clock.
Yep, you can look at the shot clock and.
Okay,
have the
how,
board.
I'm asking though, I know that, that's what I do, but how?
You just have
Do
to
you
come up
break
with a
down,
number.
how do you break down the shot
You gotta
clock?
think, is it a low frequency or high frequency? If you wanna randomize it, then pick a number, which is gonna be your high or low number.
Yeah, I look at the second number, so whatever the last second is, and do, 1 is 10%, 2 is 20%.
Okay, so you'll only break it down to tenths of a
I
percent.
raised this one a half decent amount, probably like half the time. It's probably too
So,
much,
yeah,
but
Louis, this hand right here, it's one of those like strong representation on low boards. It's got connectivity, it's flushed. I'm raising a decent amount with this.
That's what I thought.
Hmm.
Rip it.
Yeah, it's probably a jam.
This is tough, man. Like, I'm in game, I'm probably just ripping it, but in theory, I'm really wondering.
I'm snap ripping it.
I don't know, man. I
Not
kinda.
raising LP.
I think it's probably the bottom of the rip range for queens.
Yeah,
Feels bad. I would limp here.
I think I might limp too. I don't know what I'm
Nah.
gonna do.
queen's too good. for
Rip,
that.
rip.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
guys. Cause I've done it a couple of times and it felt bad when I got called by like king 10 and then I was like, oh, I'm out.
Queen 6 is pure, so it's right on the edge.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think
it's not
poker-
bad, right? It's not bad, right? Like, if you have a player
Yeah.
specific read that they're overfolding some scenarios or they're nitty, sure.
I
Have a
think
blast.
poker-
I honestly.
Poker
I
coaching
honestly-
So how do
charts
you,
are
how did you say
24.
that, Galen? We raise a lot of low suited connections and one gappers because we
It's
wanna
so,
have,
so like, okay, so the way that I've kind of come to understand it is when you're blind versus blind, ranges are fairly wide, right? Like, and, it's kinda like when your heads up, ranges are super wide. So you wanna be putting hands in your raising range that have really strong representation on all runouts. So if you're only raising hands that are strong on high card runouts, you're gonna be very exposed. So you need to start balancing your raising ranges with strong, low, medium, and high represented boards. Make sense? So like, if a board runs out 10 high, you're gonna have some really strong hands in your raising range, like your jack 10. Your 10-9s. If it runs out low, you're gonna have some really strong hands in your low range, so. That would be your 3-6 or 4-6 or 5-4s.
Yeah.
I think a lot of better hands to fold. Or hands with good equity. I fold this honestly, dude. I don't even bother with this.
I think I limp this.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm out.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, I don't fold any suit.
It's losing a half a big
Never.
line, limping.
Let's see. Bubble.
I mix some raises with this and limps.
this is a limp.
Yeah, this is close to a fold.
This is a limp.
Mostly limp it. Limp it.
No, that's not the limp at all.
We're under
See,
30.
That's exactly what Galen says.
I know, but I'm
Yeah,
not
this-
limping.
This is a
This,
raise.
it kind of falls into that range. Now, like, the dynamic shifts a little bit when you start getting low because the response is gonna be so jam heavy, but I
Yeah.
still think this is
If I was
probably. the
35 or
range.
40, I would open it, raise it some, but I'm gonna limp here.
I say raise 30.
It's
Raise
that
44.
area
Oh,
over there.
we're not too bad at
Should
this.
mix this one a little bit, I think.
No, I would pure limp here.
I like limping here too.
See, I don't find these jack 3, jack 2s, 10, 4 enough.
Yeah,
It does
I
split some of these
consider those all the
cards.
same, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. They're all like in that group to me.
10, 4 and under. That's what I do. On the fours. I don't do it on the threes and two.
Just a limp.
Yeah, I like calling. You might see some low frequency raising, but. Yeah,
Alright, now we've seen We have a general idea, like we limp a lot, like this is gonna be a limp.
Gonna raise somewhere 50 deep.
I like limping this up pretty good. This is like towards the top of my calling range, I think.
Yeah, I'm raising it these like
limp.
some, sure.
Now, here's what I wanna do. I wanna see what we, like, we have a pretty good idea of the raising range and the limping range. 87%, not too bad. Now, what do we do against the big blind ISO? So hero is gonna be.
This is a good range for me to look at. I definitely probably make some mistakes here.
So is it a three bet, you'd say?
I think it's just
tried-
diverse ISO. So when you limp, you wanna face an ISO is the range we wanna play with?
Opponent's position, big blind. See what this does.
Yeah, so this range is assuming we limped and we got raised.
Alright, that's perfect.
Big raise.
So this hand, might go into like your limp raise bluffs. It's got some pretty attractive properties, right?
I don't know, I would just call.
Yeah, I think I call too. I'm just, kinda theory
Oh.
crafting here. So it is, okay.
100% raise.
It is
It
pure.
does kind of,
It loves king six for some reason.
it
Does
does.
it
That's
fold
the
some? Is that
one
what that
hand in
other-
that bunch. Yeah.
What's the gray color? Is that mean, what's that black, whatever that color is? What is
Not
it?
in range, not in range.
So we don't pure limp it, okay.
Exactly.
Right.
No,
right, right,
no,
right.
no.
We
I
raise
Yeah,
it.
these
usually,
are-
I usually raise it. I usually don't let that at hand at all. That's the one low king I raise.
So it is the bluff.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's, and I think it's because of how it interacts kind of with, ace five. I don't know, Berkey, I watched something where Berkey was talking about king six. And he was doing a bluff and he kind of explained some of the idea behind it, but
Matt once said you can core the wheel, ace wheels. straight.
yeah, see, it has something to do with its properties and how it relates with ace five.
Yeah. You can core.
I've always wondered that because king six and king nine are the ones that are always wanting to raise and three bet.
Right,
And
it's
I
got,
bet-
it's,
Yeah. But not the other kings.
Okay,
Kind of see that here, king eight some, but
and suited connectors. And suited eight.
And you do note that we're losing 3/4 of a big blind when we raise, which isn't bad, right?
well, it's a bluff. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
essentially, you're
eight-
not
eight
doing
big
this for the,
blinds in the pot, so.
Oh, wow, okay. See? I might be the guy who clicks it back a little bit too often here with this jack off or king queen offsuit or king jack offsuit.
yeah, I guess it's like you're blocking the hands that we would like them to be doing that with when you're
And I'm
doing it
not
with
finding
them.
enough king six, king five. So that's fun.
No, this is limp folds for sure.
How are we limping this? I would fold.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. I
pre-flop.
would fold it too.
I just fold it actually.
Right, so this is what I wanted to see. See how why we have to defend 10-5?
Well, yeah, I mean, that 2.5 right there is not very big,
I'm
so
folding
like.
10-5.
Can
we're
you
still, like,
change
in
it?
the,
10-6.
Can you
I'll
change
fold.
it to 3.5 and see the difference?
Well,
Does
it's
allow
too,
you-
we're too
No.
shallow for that.
No,
Oh,
this
I didn't, I'm
calculation
sorry.
has
I
been
didn't
made
look,
that
at-
way.
I didn't. look at
It'll
that
use,
stat.
it'll change its bet size depending on our effective stacks.
I didn't
correct.
see the stat, guys, sorry.
See the last hand,
Uh,
folks,
Just limp.
see the king four suited.
Yeah, what
when
about the
he
king four?
raises- Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Andy, what do you
Yeah.
do here, Andy?
No, seeing the hand two hands ago, when the king four or
King
king
six?
six suited,
yes,
he re-raises. When we three bet, Do we go up to say 16 big blinds because we're out of position?
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
you go to
Roughly about
2.7,
that.
whatever the raise is, or something
Yeah.
like that. I'm not 100% sure.
He went to 4 and we're about 100 big blinds deep. So
yeah, four
are we
hits,
going
I
to
like.
16?
Yeah,
Really? Yeah, I go like 11.
Okay, thanks.
This
11
is a
too small out
call.
of position versus a 4x.
This
Yeah,
is,
easy
this is
call,
gonna be,
snap call,
this is gonna be a call.
Yeah.
break your wrist calling.
yeah, do you call with ace four?
Yep.
So like, man,
I probably
I,
don't.
I really kind of play with these suited lower aces in these scenarios in game. It really depends for me on the opponent.
Queen
If
ten.
I
I
limp 'em, I
jam my
know I'm
low
calling.
suited aces.
Like, you gotta be careful. See, I get in a lot of trouble with these things. The other thing to really keep in mind here is we're playing pure chip EV. And these scenarios are almost just like fictitious to what you experience in game. Because when these ranges actually apply in game, you're usually like 200 big blinds deep. You're very deep. It's very rare that you're gonna find yourself in a 20 effective pot limping and calling versus a raise like that. That's pure chip EV.
Yeah, there'll be
So
there'll
that-
be some ICM by then at some point.
Right, right. There'll be ICM implications. So the fringes of these calling ranges should be used with caution. I've lost money calling these because you just don't show up with better.
I'm folding.
Fold. I noticed Jack 10 off here.
Wow,
Close.
not gonna do that.
Yeah, for the reasons I was just kinda going through. I don't think you should
Yeah.
be doing that. Yeah, there's a lot of merit in understanding where those kind of thresholds are, but
Yeah,
so you
Take
can
it easy,
probably jam
Roberto.
this one. This one,
That
Say
was
jam?
nice of Roberto.
call or jam. I think you might jam this some. I don't know,
I'm
it may be
call-
too good,
I'm
right?
calling.
The 9 might be too good.
I would call as well. With the 9 in our hand, we block the bottom of his bluff. Kind of range.
We're ahead of all his bluffs.
I see
Right.
merit in both, like,
I
it's got
think-
some
I
attractive
think I'm-
properties.
I don't see merit in raising back here because when we have a 9 in our hand, we block like. We
This
block
is so like,
these.
yeah. It's like one of the best king, it's the best king, suited king that we're, limping.
We're ahead of every
So-
single one of his bluffs.
Why
Yeah, and
did
it's at
it
the-
said,
We don't get a better king to fold as well. Look at this here.
Yeah, see, those make a little more sense,
And all
right?
his aces jammed.
I
Right.
raised that pre-flop though. I don't limp it.
Well, Chris, you
Yeah.
gotta work on your ranges, man.
This is a good reason to limp it, cause it just shows. it's the
Your
best
ranges are
hand against his
wrong, though.
bluffs.
These
like
are
to
the
speak to the
expensive
manager?
ranges, Chris.
Would you like to talk to the manager, Chris? Call.
Snapping it off.
It's a fold.
This is a limp fold.
Yeah.
Even
10
versus
6 I'm
that.
in there with. It called last time, I think, didn't it? But I'm
No, it
10
called the
6.
6. It called the 6. The 5 and the 4 folded.
Oh, good. Cause I'm 10 6.
So we fold?
Yeah.
I'm
this-
folding. I thought it called last time. Yeah, it
Oh,
did.
it's
It
a
called last
call.
time.
I
but
was
Smith-
wrong.
Oh my.
It
You're
did
right,
call
I
last
was
time, but I'm still not doing it. Like, whatever.
It was the 3 and the 4. So this is like a slam dunk.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just got him is,
quick to call before we get timer penalized. I think you gotta call.
oh, so this is the one I get in trouble with a little bit here, cuz I'm continuing here.
Yeah, I'm calling.
And
With a
This is
call.
good enough. to call.
10-8 even.
It sucks, but
I think 10-8 I'd fold, 10-9 I'd call. And multi-way I can.
This
fold.
is a losing call, right?
we're all
Define
pretty much
losing.
losing calls.
Vincent.
Negative EV.
Oh,
Not bad. What about the times when you win the pot though?
This is another hand, it's ahead of a decent amount of bluffs, but we're out of position, so it's still hard as fuck to make money.
I'm not sure if I'm pulling enough kings here.
Am I folding those?
They're
I
probably
don't know if
blocking a
I-
lot of bluffs. He's bluffing the offsuit fours, fives, and like a lot of the shit we're folding there is, I think his bluffs too. He's bluffing like.
I will
He's raising
battle with,
that, he's raising, look at his raising range. He's raising 8-5, 9-5, 10-5, jack four, queen three, king two. Look at
also
big
look,
bluffs, bro.
notice his size here.
Yeah, it's big. I go
It's
3.5.
big.
Yeah,
But scroll
I'm at
down, hold on. Scroll down, look at his raising range. Look at all the, see, he's got all that junk down there.
yeah.
See, this is the other part of, looking at these ranges that you need to be careful with, cuz I think real life ranges don't look like that very
I mean,
frequently.
I used them. I got in trouble with one today. I did.
It doesn't, but if you wanna start with a good base, I know.
Sure,
We're
I
not
agree.
gonna have it perfectly anyway, but if we have just a rough idea, what we're supposed to do, maybe we'll gain a bit of EV here.
oh yeah, yeah, I'm not
Ooh.
advocating against, it's more of a use with caution.
Snap fold.
Limp calling. I don't wanna play for
I
a
bet
big
you,
pot here,
how
and
about we raise this one?
I don't wanna bluff. Do we bluff
No.
king six and king five here?
I would raise fold.
I think you just call this, man. I think the ones you wanna build a pot with this deep are the suited ones. Yeah,
Suited,
okay.
yep. Okay.
You need the playability.
Okay, yeah.
Why I always forget that. So
And it flips when you're short, okay? So now this would be, I think, more of a call.
how about a
And
jab?
you bluff with the offsuit trashy ones.
See?
I could be wrong. I might be
I
wrong.
think the offsuit
Oh.
trash ones, all that row, we open a rip pre-flop.
Maybe,
Ace
maybe
four,
that's how
ace
it
He's
five.
not folding any better aces, though. That's the, like, he's gonna call ace three, I think, right? So maybe this does just call.
Yeah, but he calls with queen ten suited there. He calls with king ten suited there. So
Yeah, that's
there's
it.
a lot
Maybe that's how
of
it's gonna
hands
go,
that would be.
I feel like I'm calling.
Maybe you're right.
I don't hate it. I don't hate a rip. I don't
It's
hate
the
a
one that
rip.
raises. Yep.
So look at how the
Wow.
ranges are generally constructed.
Wow.
So the offsuits are like, you're either folding or ripping. And the suited ones,
Well, they're not in
mixed.
range. They all ripped pre-flop, the ace nine, ace eight, they all just open jams.
right, to what Louis was saying, Louis was correct, like you're constructing your range with these offsuit ones primarily by just jamming pre-flop.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so, yeah, these are pretty complex ranges.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's good though. This
I
is
would
a-
rather rip ace four, ace five than ace two.
Yeah,
Snap
You just
fold.
fold, yeah, we're not good enough. We're not good enough.
We're 11 pips away from calling, so.
So this one's close, I think,
Folding.
this is not close, man. This is a fold.
Fold, yeah. Okay, the 9. You don't really have these in range a lot.
Call.
Fine calling hand there.
I think this calls, this plays really well post flop.
We
I would be
wanna
surprised
raise
to see-
their queen nine suited.
Jack eight suited. I think it's like jack eight suited, jack.
I just, I don't
10
think we're gonna see a
jack,
lot of the queens.
Suited
think,
ace
like,
and suited nines are raising.
Queen eight or queen nine.
Yeah.
I think
King
queen eight,
six,
jack eight.
king five, ace five, ace four suited.
Mm-hmm. Okay, a little bit. It's in there a little bit, but it wants to be a little bit worse than the queens.
Yeah.
Queen
It likes the
nine,
jacks and the tens.
suited nine, suited eights.
So his range is nines, so that's why eights, right?
Well, I think his range is gonna be tens.
Oh, his
Offsuit
range,
10.
I'm sorry, I was thinking suited. His
I think-
offsuit range, his offsuit range is 10, so we want nines, okay.
Tens, nines and eights he has, so.
Oh.
We're attacking the ace eight, ace nine, king ten off in his range.
Okay. Yeah, see, I don't,
It's not
doesn't
clear to me
really
why
line
we're
up.
attacking, it's just.
the way
remember
Matt
it's not
says,
part
it
of the
doesn't
range.
really line up.
I would
Nothing.
fold.
Snap fold. Snap fold.
I'm calling.
Oh, man, I'm a fish, I'm calling.
I thought
too.
I thought he was gonna jam at 21, so
I like calling here, I think.
Yeah,
I was waiting for the jam.
And the suited wheels.
Whoa.
Well, this one I think I'm gonna fold, actually.
I'm limping. I'm calling.
I'm
You are
folding.
suited, Ken.
I know.
I
it's
like
just
calling
fold.
this.
You
I'm
know, you
folding.
can
I'd
fold
fold.
like
We're too
nine
short.
deuce off, eight deuce, seven deuce. But I think
Fold.
six deuce you have to call. Oh, say six
These
deuce.
low, see, these low suited connectors that like are the suited one gappers, these low suited one gappers, they perform so well on some board textures. Like it's really hard to make these guys fold.
Yeah,
Alright, so now we have a more of an idea of what we do against the ISO range. So this is, what do you guys do here?
This is like the
Oh.
floor of the calling range. You gotta call this,
yeah, I
okay?
think I'm calling too.
Oh,
Try call.
ouch. Hmm.
Let's see how we do post flop with these wide freaking ranges.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the other part of it, isn't it, Nick?
I mean, that's the hardest part in my mind, like. You can get the heuristics. Get an idea for what wants to limp, what wants to call and all that stuff, but. The post flop stuff,
That's the hard part of the game.
So blind versus blind, let's see what G2 Wizard has for us.
Can you stretch the screen a little bit, make it bigger? I think I can do it actually too. Yeah, thanks. For old blind eyes.
Like this.
Thank you.
oh, mostly limp, raise some.
I'm raising.
We have an ace. I like raising. No, right,
It's a
right.
shitty
right.
ace. I'm raising it.
No, we're
I
looking.
limp like 70%, raise like 30%. I promise I'm not cheating.
So there's the solution.
Nick, do you take one-on-one with Matt?
I haven't in a long time, no, years.
Yeah, I haven't in a while either, but you say a lot of things that he says, so I figured you did.
Nick's got a solver in his brain.
Oh, he's starting now too, by the way.
I would call here.
Yeah,
Here's upcoming.
One.
Check.
Definitely ace high. We check most of our ace high here, right?
I think we're pure checking.
I think when they're
I
the
think-
aggressor, we're just gonna be checking very heavily for the most part.
yeah, we'll have a couple donks, but yeah, it's fine to just range check here, I feel like.
Okay.
Question is versus a bet.
See,
Well,
okay,
it's a
I'm getting in
sizable
trouble
bet.
here. I'm getting in trouble here
Yeah.
sometimes. I'm check raising these shenanigans
I was
sometimes.
ready to check raise, but he bet a little bit on the larger side, so. I'm
Oh,
more
Yeah,
ready to call.
I'm kinda like a call also.
I
I
would,
think no matter the sizing, we were mostly gonna call, like, it'd have some check raises, but your ace highs are just so good here. You'd rather check raise with like 3 queen or something.
If I had the ace of spades, I would raise more. Instead of the 3 of spades.
Maybe not
Yeah.
3 queen.
I buy that.
6, 9.
Flat, 100% with every ace three.
There's a sliver.
Alright, so. Yeah. Check.
Yeah,
He's gonna barrel this card a lot. Nope.
I'm going block.
I think I'm mostly sizing up and block betting some.
I would
And then
block.
folding to a jam.
small.
I'd bet 60% mostly.
Think 60%, you would bet 60% with a better ace. That's too greedy. Think we always get away with that 35% bet.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
oh, Matt's
I'm
on.
actually check calling.
Give it a few minutes for everyone to come in.
Alright,
I don't
I'm
like
out.
check call. I think you need to
Joining
bet.
Bye,
up with
Chris.
Matt.
Blind versus blind, I'd rather just check call here than bet for thin value. I don't wanna bet small and get raised. I'd rather just bluff catch.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's good enough to bet big.
I don't like checking, like
So
your
my
check
thing about
calls
it
need to
is,
be weaker hands, like an 8 or a river queen or something. Like your aces need to go for
Yeah.
value and it lets you have bluffs.
that's kinda where I'm at. We're in like, okay, big bet.
Yeah, even
Wow.
bigger than
Like,
60%.
it's going like super greed.
I'm never.
He's
fine.
just. The ace is so good for him and he checked it, like, yeah.
So our bluffs, we have to find the big bets.
Yeah, the
That's-
range is betting big a lot. which is
Yeah,
a-
so
I think
our
some of
eights,
it's I was gonna say, some of it's a function that we limped an ace here and we actually hit an ace. Like, we're pretty under repped even on a board that's kind of gross as this is.
yeah, he also checked on the ace, which hits his raising range, which he shouldn't do often. And yeah, so our aces just need to go for value, and then our stuff that want to block bet small are rivered queens and 8s.
And where are we pulling our bluffs from?
Dude,
And
there's
some
a
9X.
ton. There's a ton
6,
of bluffs.
7, spades.
They're like single
Low-
heart hands.
Yeah, low equity stuff with a heart.
The 6 of hearts alone is a good bluff card. There's a ton of bluffs available.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were. I still can't sort these colors out very well.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
So we're value betting our 8s.
Jack 10, Jack 9.
So.
Any 3 combo,
Mm.
any 4 combo that you come here with.
Hmm.
It's just gonna be a jam when it folds to us.
Do we have any limps at the time?
Yeah, well, awesome.
Of course.
Like queen 5 and below? And
I'm gonna raise this because I don't wanna limp call.
We
Or
don't
80, we
have
hardly ever
raises.
raise, but still, I'm gonna raise this. You get slivers, right? So.
This
GTO is
hand
gonna pure
is
call.
the bottom of the limb calling range. Oh my. God.
Holy.
I see this deep. We don't call against a raise.
I like it.
Yeah, you're just gonna lose heaps with the garbage hand.
You just say queen.
I mostly limp this, limp like 80% raise some.
It's gonna
I'm the other
call pretty
way.
com-
I
it's
mainly
gonna-
raise this.
It's gonna limp call pretty comfortably.
I like raising.
Yeah, I mainly raise this.
Calling.
Alright,
Fold.
I'm just folding here. I know it probably says call. I just don't know. I feel like the range is too nutted usually, like in game.
I
Yeah,
3-bet like my terrible kings and queens.
Out of position
raise
and
it
offsuit
back.
hand, I'm done.
Check. No donks at all.
Mixing.
What the fuck? 3-bet pot king high board,
What's this fucking bet?
10%.
This is one of our worst kings, right? So we're not raising.
You call, I think.
Yeah,
I lean towards raising.
And we're pure raising. It's our worst king, right? Like,
No, we have a bunch of suited kings.
well, a lot,
some
some of them
suited-
got two,
some
they have
suited
two
kings.
pair, right?
So the only reason I would, his range is gonna be pretty uncapped here, right? Like, he's gonna have better kings, he's gonna have aces, he's gonna have nasty stuff here.
Yeah,
Some,
but he bet 10% a pot, so
right? I guess it lends itself to, just being raised. I don't know. I guess so.
are we in a game tree that doesn't exist now?
No,
No,
it was a
2%.
minor frequency. It was a minor frequency.
Okay. Check,
You just check.
flush completes, we don't have a spade.
Okay, so now you can lead for some kind of value, I think.
Jam,
I don't hate jam. It may be a
think we
bit
bet-
greedy, but I do some of that in
You
game.
don't think he ever checks back like a nutted flushes or?
No, he's gonna have like, he's gonna show you queens here some of the time. He's gonna show you like ace, jack, ace, queen, pocket
ace
jacks.
10.
And like, if you just do something, if you bet large here, he's gonna have to bluff catch with hands like the ace of spades, X kind of stuff.
I'm gonna go
That's-
probably 13.
Small, okay, yeah, I don't hate
Real
that either.
small.
Or jam.
Or jam.
solid.
Mhm. Yeah, polarizes big times, so little or big, you pick. You've made your bed now, you kinda have to sleep in it here. 10-6. Oh, wow. Yeah.
3-bet with 10-6.
Oh, wow. Louis, are you handing out tags for that hand or what?
It's a scam.
Is he gonna get a range construction issue tag?
No, because, it's a
think I
blind
raised
versus
this
blind
Oh,
one.
no,
hand again.
approved.
I raise, yeah, mostly raise.
I limp fold this. I don't know if it's any good or not, but calm down.
Offsuit 10, offsuit 7. I think this offsuit 7s go for a raise.
I heard all the answers.
Well, there was two raises and
All of them.
a limp.
Two
fold.
raises. Yeah, I would
I'm
limp.
prob- I was about to say, I'm probably not raising the, this one. Mm,
I'm getting
Maybe
it.
it's deeper.
Well, we got the
Uh,
7.
Yeah, I like a bet.
Got a bet probably, just bet small, right?
I think I lean towards 55% or some small. I bet 55% in game.
I would bet one. Yeah.
You and your one big blind bet.
Got him.
So as long as you're betting, it's fine.
We calls. Now we have to pump up the heat.
So you got the 10 of spades is pretty valuable here for your your barreling range. I would probably be barreling here.
I think it's on nut low too.
So we
Pretty
go
much.
20.
We can't make anything. with this
No,
hand.
no.
I was gonna say,
You wanna
You
go
don't get to
big
double barrel.
already?
Yeah, you don't get to double barrel small.
Do you think we don't double small ever here?
Just
maybe,
some.
I don't know.
Okay, we don't. So bet small and then bet like 55% to 80% pot.
This can't win any other way at this point. There's no, we have no outs.
And is it because it's
Uh-huh.
the name? Is it the texture? Is it our,
It's we have a 7 which blocks straight draws and the 10 of spade which blocks straight draws and flush draws.
I mean, bet small, bet big, is it gonna be our main line here?
That's
mean,
that's pretty like basic GTO betting strategy stuff there. I just, a lot
Yeah,
of, you convert like your betting typically into a small bet on the flop. That's what your range is doing. And then you need to polarize a lot of your range when you bet the turn, depending on like some of the other stuff. That MDF video that we were watching a while back explains it much better than I do.
yeah, like if you're betting for value, you're gonna wanna size up.
Now, the caveat to that is I don't know if that applies, blind versus blind, but
Once we get called here, we're done, cuz like all the chips are in the middle, no one has any chips left. Which is really weird to me. 'Cause
Well,
that
no,
pot's gonna
because it's
be-
like,
pot's
it's
gonna be
like,
20.
you're not gonna bluff river, that's the thing.
We got like a
Yeah,
quarter pot bet. It's crazy, right? Like, what can you do?
I just give up. I just give up.
Yeah, exactly. I think we give up, never.
Can't give
Wow.
up.
Our blockers are so bad.
See, half of the time we give up, half of the time we go for it.
Like, I hate putting myself in a position where I have to bluff river before, and the guy can't like have any folds. Basically.
I'd rather bluff these jacks that don't block as many of his bluffs.
Okay,
Like having a 10 of spades is just terrible in my mind here.
when everything breaks, it kind of is terrible,
You
right?
can't call this. I would
Fold.
fold.
Offsuit 4s are folding.
Mm. He shows 3 deuce.
Jam.
Yeah, rip it.
Easy jam.
Yeah, I think so too.
Feels bad. Oh, we're just always getting called.
Yeah, but we have good equity.
Yeah, we're doing great versus that hand, I'll be honest.
If
Not
he doesn't hit, we're doing.
air
okay.
quotes, great.
10-5 suited. I probably jam in game.
Yes.
I don't know if it's good. Okay.
Yeah, it looks fine. We're
Gonna
doing
scam
okay
him
versus that
again?
hand.
Oh, we don't get to see the run out. Scammer. I'm folding.
Jack 3-0.
Yeah, this
It's
is
a
a dumpster
call.
hand.
I mean, I think it does
think it's
call, but
like-
I don't play it.
It may be like
I think it's
the
a
floor.
Back 2 folds for
Okay.
sure.
I think it's a pure call. I probably mix calling and folding in game.
I'm always folding.
Oh, limp. Jack 3 off. With the spade, I
Jack.
think we stab here. Without a spade, we check, right?
I'm
See, a
probably
lot of his
just,
raises come from the chunky 6x, 4x, and 7x, so I think this is a board we can actually barrel on.
I'm checking in game.
uh-oh.
Hang on. Yeah, with the jack of spade, a little bit of spade, we can do it. So overall, I guess these are spades a lot. Alright, okay. So we can stab with the spade, probably a 5 can stab here,
For sure, 5, right?
yeah. Okay. And then the tree, can the tree stab?
You need a spade.
With a backdoor flush or a front door flush?
I'm just trying to hope my jack eye is good at showdown now. I don't know what else. to
I
do.
probably bet now.
I don't know, no idea what to do.
I-
with this
I
hand.
bet 2.
No. It's a check.
Printing.
Just check. See, in my mind, people aren't gonna fold ace either enough. I don't know.
I don't
Solver's
think
not
you're
gonna fold
trying to
ace
get
high.
a side to fold.
You start getting king high when you bet.
Better jacks than ours?
Yeah,
What kind of size? 2.5?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we get called a ton, but. Wow.
Oh, we get threes to fold.
Wow. They're never folding 3s in game.
Never, right? I thought check, 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 check.
Yeah, some people call with 4th pair when there's 4 to a flush and a paired board.
You're waiting for.
Easy fold. Easy limp.
I raise this some a little bit. I know we're not supposed to have many raises deep, but like, I'd rather live like ace 10, start raising like ace 9, ace 8, ace 7 a little bit.
The problem is when you get called and you're just playing a giant pot out of position. If you hit an ace, are you happy? Like,
Yeah, we're just like, 80%.
So do we four
who's
bet
watching
this?
TV?
Or do we three bet this, I should say?
I just call. It's not bad enough to 3-bet bluff.
I would three bet it. I would call suited and three bet somebody's harder ace X that are harder to play post flop.
I think it's the reverse.
Maybe. I mean, I would call ace 10, ace jack, right? And then I'd raise ace 9, ace 8, ace 7, ace 6.
I think your suited stuff is gonna want a 3-bet. It got in there some.
We're very deep, so we're just trying to see a flop. And then we have an ace high, so we're gonna check it down.
Just easier playing post flop as the aggressor in my mind.
Out of position as the aggressor.
Yeah.
Out of position's hard. Just call.
Do we float ones?
I'm out.
We have to. Now we can fold. We don't pick up any equity.
Go full flop.
Oh, we're bad, huh?
He's gonna have
Fold.
garbage, but it's
Fold a
fine.
lot on the flop, Nick.
Yeah, it was mixing. It's like 50-50.
Yeah, 0 EV call, right?
Rip it. Oh, he's pretty dead.
Flop became 8-8-8. raise this. I don't know if it's good.
This is another one I don't like to even play much. I mostly fold this. I'll limp it some.
I limp too.
We limp
It's
king
a-
five, queen five and lower.
Yeah, I know it's
We
in there,
raise
but this
queen
is,
six.
up don't you look at, don't you wanna approach this the same as you're approaching the big blind? I mean, do you really have to limp your absolute worst hands? And play them out of position? Like, that's what I think about when I like this hand. Like queen five, I'm in there probably, but this is like, I'm out.
Well, you know, it's 0.08 EV when you limp here, so.
I mean, versus like if the player's weak, if I think he's weak, then I'm gonna play more hands. But if it's someone I know that's gonna give me a hard time, I just fold.
So see, this is a spot, I learned today. I was calling too much with offsuit queens and offsuit kings there. Because it's blind versus blind.
Fold.
Perfect.
Jam.
Yeah, right? Easy jam.
Jam.
I don't mind limp calling this.
I think your suited tens want to jam.
I limp call off or limp jam here. Well, give him some bluffs.
Oh,
Never
Got more
jam.
bluffs when you limp.
the suited nines? No,
We don't have,
okay,
it's the
none of
offsuit,
that range.
offsuit ones with the blockers.
Suited sevens and sixes. Garb,
We
garbage.
limp all with these.
no, like 9-7, 10-7, 9-6.
No matter what he
Or
does
raise.
here, we're gonna call off, right?
We're gonna call or
Yeah, for
jab.
sure.
If he raises, we could just jab. Or we could call.
I raised to 2.5 a lot of these spots too in game.
I would just check.
I like betting one here.
I
I
can check
check.
call pretty good with this hand. We got backdoor flush, got straight draws, got an overcard.
Yeah,
You
Plays.
don't really get better kings to fold, right?
Yeah, and you can just play it pretty easily. You're pretty comfortable calling it bet.
yeah, you get no better hands to fold. Just check, try to get a showdown. Yeah, king high. Just check. Probably call a bet.
You win a lot here.
I'm so tempted to bet.
You could
Why?
value bet this. I mean,
Can we
you're just
get
gonna get,
ace highs to fold?
Ace high is
He just
not
got-
folding.
he shouldn't have a ton of ace.
He has
high.
no pairs, he has no aces. Yeah, I'm checking. Yeah, we're good here a
Check's
lot.
probably the good one. Yeah, you just win.
Last quick, 17 big blinds.
72 big blinds.
But keep in mind, Laskowitz is just two hands away from winning it as well.
Yeah.
Crazy how poker can be.
Damn.
Yeah,
I
just
like
jab.
raising.
I'm jabbing it.
Jam's good. Yeah, I'm
Uh,
okay. I could
you
be
don't
on
get to
team
raise.
jam.
It's pure jam. It's offsuit.
I wish we could
Tough
set it to
choice.
where we played
Two
like
bigs.
20 big blinds plus or something.
What kind of
You can.
shenanigans are these ranges right here? Who runs two big blind
I
ranges?
don't know. I guess they ran like that 10,000 of them in 25 minutes.
When was the last time you studied a two big blind range,
Never.
right?
So I
I'm
said
not-
shenanigans.
I can
not gonna-
actually implement this strategy.
I
Yeah, I'm
can
not
as
gonna let
well. It's gonna be easy. Did you know you were supposed to play any two?
Yeah, when you have two
Good.
big blinds on a big blind, you get jammed into, you're never folding.
From three big blind. From 2.5 big blind, we play any two.
You have pot odds. You
Yeah,
have
range,
any
that's,
two.
mostly, actually.
I think you just
2.7.
I think this is a pure limp.
pure
Like a
limp.
Maybe-
Suited more.
Maybe raise a sliver.
Limp
I'm
all
raising.
day.
Yeah, limp.
What are
Probably
you doing
down
with
to
the
ace jack, or
And then just jam.
Yep.
So like the ace king is just too good. That's why you mostly limp it. Your ace queen starts raising a lot or jamming, I think. We can check the charts, but
It raised 30%ish.
See, in my mind, it was like the offsuit was raising pure. And maybe the suited one was mixing frequencies between
yeah, right there.
raise and call, but
Yeah, so even down to ace 10. I'm not limping ace 10 there.
Then call. It's just a disaster
Yeah.
when he checks back and then the flop comes like 8-4-3 and then villain has 7-4 off.
How annoying is
Right.
it, right?
It's
Right,
just
yeah,
a
that's-
disaster when that happens, but the chart, you know,
And a comment Galen made earlier, when you're down to 25 big blinds, everyone's, there are some ICM implications and I'm kinda wanna take
But this
five
is-
down.
this is pure chip EV today, Kel.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
you said, in games, when we're looking at 25 big blinds, most of the games we're in, once we're down to 25, there is gonna be some ICM implications.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh
gonna
no, I
change the
get down to
strategy.
25 big blinds in level 1 all the time.
Me too, Nick, me
Some-
too.
yeah, Sometimes.
I've already got the
Most of the-
rebuy ready to go.
Most of the
Right.
time, when we're grinding that type of stack, we're already getting some sort of ICM implication, even if it's small. I'm raising.
Yeah, king eight offsuit is a good raise candidate.
Any general heuristics we found so far for the post flop? Not really, right?
No. Complicated.
I mean, mostly like if you have ace high or king high, you have showdown value. You're trying
You
to
got
get
a
showdown.
C bet on an ace high flop LP, right?
I guess we do.
That's the beauty of raising pre-flop. Cause he doesn't have aces now, right? He's gonna jam mostly, he's jamming all of his aces when we raise.
He has all of his suited aces still, I think.
Really?
I think so.
Some of
Oh.
the low suited, the middling suited aces maybe.
The wheel suited jam. I mean, it's his best suited aces or best offsuit.
Yeah, suited aces.
He has all these aces still? What's going
Yeah.
on here? We're fucked. I would have probed. Did it ever bet the turn?
Nope.
We had a gutter.
On turn, oh no.
I would have bet the turn. It doesn't ever bet it.
No.
It was a pure check.
We need a spade.
Need a spade, okay. Heart and diamond a little bit.
So river. We check. He wants to bet to block bet a lot, mostly block bet. Interesting.
That's interesting. He's gonna call one big blind with this type of stuff, I bet.
Yeah.
A limp. You got a little cheat sheet up there.
I would, Oh, yeah.
No cheating. You can see the sliver. I would check. Oh, don't check. Oh, that's right, you raised.
Bet small now.
I think you gotta check again.
Yeah, you're right. Gotta check
Check the
again.
flop, you gotta check the turn, I think. Call.
Definitely call.
Check call.
Depends on size, right?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, if he goes fucking crazy, I might find a fold.
Yeah.
Rip.
All in.
Yeah. Every king, every queen. Every blocker.
All in.
Yeah.
Can we set this to be deeper stacked? Like nothing under 15? 12, nothing under 12.
Oh, he calls with queen six. I don't know. Maybe we could.
That's fine. We can just click these real fast, just rip it.
Think there's a lot of really, really small ones.
We've had a lot. So can you make it like 12 plus? Cause at 12, you still get some interesting opens, I think.
I think there's a lot of jamming. Even like at 25, like this area, we don't do jams anymore.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I'm thinking for other positions, you still have open range, but yeah, you don't do a lot of, I mean, there's some traps at 12. You have some limp folds and some limp traps.
Yeah, from 20 and below, we limp more and deep stack also, I think. We limp more. And 60 and above.
I like
From what
raising
I saw.
here.
I call a lot. It raises the suited more. Keep forgetting that, but the small blind is more on the suited stuff.
Calling.
Call,
It's all in.
land, okay.
Two good blockers.
All in, 30. Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, I have. a
Nine
spade,
versus
so
blind, this kind of hand, do we raise or we call?
I'm just calling.
Just call.
Any hands we raise here?
If I didn't have a spade, I might raise. Some,
So what do we do here with hands like? Jack nine. Calling. Hands like 10-9. Calling. So we wanna have like top pair with the redraw. Jack eight, Jack seven, Jack 10. But it's mostly top pair with a redraw. to the straight. Okay. Bad turn.
It's not awful. We got the spade.
Do we raise now or we just call?
Nah. We could just be crushed now. Why are you gonna raise?
Because we have the best hand on the flop. So I felt in love with it. So I wanna
So I
pour my
might
stack
check
in.
jam here. I gotta see how liquid size he bets, but I'm checking.
Yeah, check again.
Oh, checks back. Correct.
Use up.
Okay,
We only got 92% because I think we play too slow. Mostly limping this, but you can raise some probably. 25-30% raise.
I would raise almost every time here. There we go. Not too shabby. Two big blind or one big blind?
Two. Oh, wait, I was gonna say, we're out of position. I think we can even go bigger.
That's all right.
Yeah, out of position, we get to go bigger.
Mostly two though.
I mix this, this is another one I probably raise about 30% of the time, but I don't mind trapping with it sometimes either. Raises a lot more.
Mostly a
85,
raise here.
16.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to raise my nines.
Pocket nine, pocket 10. Okay,
Just check, I guess.
I would bet here.
We gotta have, it's protect, it's a pretty good hand to check, I think, protect our checking range.
It's never betting.
Yeah, I mean, you're good or you're bad, right? Like this is. What are you betting
Okay.
for here?
Well, because I wanna get value from high cards that are gonna flow. And I wanna get protection. But yeah, it's no good.
I think you can bet now for that reason. Maybe like,
One. Gotta bet one here.
that's really bad.
You never check it.
Wow,
So we bet fold.
I'm never betting that. Yeah, we got a worse hand to fold. I raise.
50, this hand.
I would limp here. Limp or raise,
mixes.
mixing.
Check call. No, we don't. Oh, it was a limp pot. We could have led.
Call. Right. Check. Check, check.
I'm checking. I mean, he's
Check.
not gonna get a queen to fold, so 7 maybe.
Hmm.
We have a
Fold.
spade. It's bad having a spade, right?
Yeah. Okay, since we have a spade, we're gonna fold. It's calling anyway.
Yeah, I don't
It's
care.
calling, huh?
It's blind versus
0.09.
blind, so we stick around. But we're gonna lose the pot.
We can limp this.
Yeah, we saw it. Openly.
Right?
30.
I'm
What's a
limping.
limp?
Limp or lay raise 70-30.
Jam.
Yeah, jump.
Oh my god, a scam.
The queen is coming, we're good.
I'm folding.
This, yeah, probably fold. Like start limping Jack 4, Jack 3. Don't
I think
know.
Jack 3, but I don't play that either.
We call.
Hmm.
Have a spade, we stab. Never.
Good check.
Spade and a jack's pretty good. You
Yeah.
could have called. Now you can bet probably.
Gee, I would double here. I don't know what to do now. When we check this flop,
I would bet. He shouldn't have many spades.
yeah, we bet. So
Yeah.
the real question is, if we decide to bet flop, which is not a thing, what kind of size would we go for on the turn? Say we bet flop. So here we limp. He checks. We go for a flop bet. Never, but sure, we continue. He calls. So is it a small bet or a big bet? That's the question.
Well. Now I think I wanna check, actually. I mean, I like betting when it went check, check, but when we bet, it got called. Now I wanna check more.
We pick up equity here, so I wanna double barrel. Okay,
Yeah,
so
there you go.
from what I understand, the double barrel blind versus blind at this depth is always gonna be 60 to 80%.
Wow, he called again with that. Say, does he have a different hand all of a sudden? We check, we lose.
Okay, what do you wanna do?
We gotta bet.
How much?
I mean, I would go like half pot. We don't really have that there, so I guess 7.
You bet half pot there.
He does have a new hand. Did he win?
Did not see.
He had 6-4.
Is that sizing?
That's one I
This is
raise.
another, this is 50-50 pretty much. You can do whatever
Hmm. 50 big blinds.
Definitely a bet here, right?
here. Yeah, I think you bet.
So this is a one spot.
Guess we gotta check. We didn't pick up a spade. We didn't pick up a hand. We didn't pick anything up. Like, we still have our gutter. Does it want to barrel and a gutter again? He's got plenty of aces in his range. He's got 10s. I guess we gotta check.
The tree is bad. If the
Yeah,
flush card came, if a king, a jack, a queen, another ace, another 10, there's a lot of cards we can double on.
so
Okay.
we got bluff now, I think. I think you gotta go larger.
Not really.
I think you gotta go like 130%.
The thing is here, we can bluff, but we have one of the best showdown king, so I think it's more of a check.
But it's the king of spades, which really wants to bluff. Okay.
No, we have a showdown hands like king, queen, king, jack, sure. Now. Now.
So raise.
We could. Definitely raise. This is not gonna be enough.
That's not enough. Gotta go at least 12, I think.
Never can.
Oh, never raises.
Are you calling though?
I got you to punt. What's he do? He's gonna.
Well, we
fold.
have the king of spades, so I like the idea since we blocked the nuts, but maybe it's not a good play blind against blind.
It
right?
might not be good on a paired board.
Yeah,
Got him. That's how you do it.
except your opponent is never gonna fold top pair. man.
This is a limp jam, I think.
I raise.
Does raise a lot. And he is a jam. Yeah,
I would like limp jam my weaker. Put it like
oh, yeah, you wanna
A6.
get chips in, right? Do you wanna go pot though?
Yeah,
I think 70%'s the motion you said too, right?
no, it's
It's check.
over bet.
Overbet.
Wow,
7.5 big blind.
I wonder why.
We turned the backdoor flush, so we bet big and we have top pair blinds against blind, so we want value.
Well, blind versus vital, what's he supposed to call with?
Do you
Like,
think we have a lot of aces that are better than this that are limp calling? We
limping?
don't,
No, we have some offsuit aces that are pretty good that we're gonna limp.
we're
Ace
ripping
queen, ace
them.
jack. No, ace queen, ace jack. I think we have ace.
We're jamming these pre-flop.
We're jamming our
Not
worst
always.
offsuit aces.
Yeah,
We have a
up
lot of
to
this- we have
ace
a-
10 we jam.
So
Ace
this
10.
is like in our range, one of the best.
I think we have some suited aces in our range that are better and we have,
This is like the best. These, we limp jam, so they're like super low frequencies here.
well, we have them because it went limp limp.
Look at this.
Oh, okay.
So like we are at the top. See, even the ace nine, we're really, really short on it. But for me, we're at the top when we limp call. Because there's no slivers for me here, of course. So it's max value here. Now we just jam.
I would check. I mean, we polarized, they got called, like. If that's one big blind.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like when we polarize that big and get called, like what do we think we're getting called by?
the queen.
Queen 10, he calls a turn, like population is not calling. There's no way in hell
Yeah,
population is calling that on the turn.
yeah.
Nobody.
Hmm.
Gotta mark that guy.
I would raise here.
That's a good, that's called.
Yeah, raising. I like raising too.
For board coverage.
Mix 60.
So
Mm,
since there's no
Bet
club,
small.
I like betting here.
Yeah, me too.
Bet small. Oh,
Bet big.
bet big, eh?
No,
Bet-
no, no. It's
Bet
betting
pot or
small.
check. It's
Betting
all
call
the
or
way.
betting pot? This is, it's
Yeah,
betting
it's all
pot.
the way.
Savage.
Checking, betting small and betting.
Potting
big.
is savage here.
What blind depth is, it? We need to spend like a month on this, 30 big blind or whatever we're playing here.
At 30. There's a lot of pot bets. 20% of the range wants to pot it on this texture.
Why you just run 30 for a while, 30 or 40?
Very interesting. Well,
Find some heuristics.
thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Make sure to
Thank you, Nick.
like and subscribe and check out our YouTube channel.